Hi y'all, it is your girl Fontaine Felicia Foxworth back at you for another very important YouTube video. This video is about how to deal with sleeping people, how to deal with people who have not woken up at all, or people who have woken up but still going through the process and still attached to the matrix in some way, shape, or form, as well as for people who have woken up but have become overcome by false light and overcome by some new age propaganda. And this video is just about how to deal with it, how to protect yourself, protect your energy, and how to keep on blooming. Okay, you guys, I do have a few announcements, and y'all know I'll be having my announcements, and here they are. So, announcement number one is just resharing with you guys the launch of Soul Tribe Net's GoFundMe. We are officially launched. So far, we've raised $65. It's not a lot, but it's more than I had for Soul Tribe. Our goal is 4.1K, not too crazy. So if you can help in a monetary way, that would just be so amazing. My Matrix job right now is not cutting it. I have to find something else, and I just look forward to the day that my purpose sustains, and it will one day. But for now, I need help to fund this website. So if you can help, please check that description below, and I would appreciate it so much, because I'm ready to help shift this paradigm and help a collective of people and raise the frequency of Mother Earth. So please support if you can. Announcement number two. In light of the GoFundMe, I know that people are more likely to donate if they receive something tangible in return. So we've come up with some really cool, merch for the platform, all right? And these are hoodies and t-shirts. I will put in a little clip at the end just showing you guys the mock-ups. But they're really cool, and I would rock them myself. In fact, when I get them printed, I will rock them, all right? Basically, the tags are Starseed, Soul Tribe, of course, Woken Woke, okay, Galactic and Sexy, Human 2.0, and Big Heart, Big Mind. So if you are interested in rocking some new merch and supporting Soul Tribe Net, please do click the links in the bio and purchase your merch today. I would be so grateful, and I can't wait to launch this platform. All right, y'all, so let's get into this video. Number one. People will think that you are elitist or being pretentious or think you're holier than thou or think you're better. And that's something that's just going to come along with ascending and going through a spiritual awakening. People who are either completely asleep or woke up and still going through the path and going along the journey, they're still trying to figure things out. They're still convincing themselves of certain things that they don't want to believe, or still having a hard time understanding anything out of their realm of belief. So it's very easy for them to validate the confusion or whatever it is with saying that anyone who calls themselves awakened, or anyone who says that they are woke or anything like that, they will take that as some kind of threat, or take that or perceive that as somebody just being thinking that they all that, you know what I mean? And it really does hurt, because if you are truly awakened and you are truly unplugged and you have gone through the journey, it's all about love, connection, healing, unity consciousness. You know that it's all about being one. And you know that people who have yet to wake up into their own sovereignty and beingness, they're not going to understand anything that you're saying. And you're only going to be met with, from certain individuals, just shade, okay? Shade. And so I know it can be hard to turn the other cheek, so to speak, like Jesus, you know what I mean? But in this case, what I do is I just say, you know what? I thank you for your perception. I'm sorry that you think that I'm that way. It's all about love and light and all that with me. And, I appreciate you voicing your opinion. And I wish you the best. and keep it trucking, y'all. That's all I can do, and that's my advice for dealing with people who believe that you are being pretentious, you know. And that's not even the case. I wouldn't waste my time trying to prove yourself or prove that you're not being an asshole, because it's just going to go through one ear and out the other, and people are going to want to believe, hear, and feel how they want to feel. Okay, so if you are receiving any kind of backlash, just let it go. Throw it away. Throw all the backlash away and keep it moving with your life. You have purpose and bigger fish to fry. I was on Reddit trying to promote Soul Tribe, and someone was like, I wouldn't go near a group that even calls themselves awakened or even use the word woke. And he went through all the stuff, bringing up you liberals, you leftists, not even knowing that I'm not affiliated with none of that crap. I'm not, and we're going to get into that in this video. So I just sent him love and light, and that was that. Someone else got him together. It wasn't me, because I'm not going to waste my time. So that's my advice for dealing with, number one, people who think that you are elitist, pretentious, and all that stuff. Brush it off your shoulder and keep walking in purpose. That's all you can do. Number two is that people will project and lash on you. I know that I've spoken about this before in many videos, but I just want to bring it up here. When people don't understand you, or if people have not healed wherever they are lashing, wherever they are projecting, wherever they are judging, they will come at you with all of that. You know what I mean? And you have to understand that anybody, sleeping or awoke, if there's a part of their ego, a part of their density that they have not checked or looked at or broken apart, that's likely where they are going to start shooting back at you. It's just kind of how that works. So the best advice and the most simple, straightforward advice for that is to remove yourself from the equation, y'all. It's not worth lowering your vibration and frequency for someone who's just going to lash, who's going to hate, who's going to just do all of that stuff. Just let it go. Just remove yourself, separate it, because it is not worth it at all. If someone is going to project and lash, you know what? Energetically, you send your light and love, and then dip. Don't even put yourself in that situation. I don't care if it's family. I don't care if it's friends. I don't care if you work in the Matrix and you have coworkers. Dead that. Cut that off. Like, goodbye. Goodbye. Bye, Felicia. None of that, y'all. So that's how you deal with people who project and lash. You don't. You keep it moving. All right, y'all. Keep it moving. We do not entertain that low frequency energy. Period. Okay? Period. Keep it moving. Number three, people will drain your energy. This is a big one because likely many of us are empathic. And even if you're not empathic, if you have just gone through spiritual awakening and you have elevated your consciousness, you will be energy vamped. You will be latched on to. It just is what it is. You have a vibration that has been kind of, what's the word? Enhanced. So people are not going to understand why they might want to lash or why they might be draining your energy, but it will happen. So we are easily able to soak up emotions and feelings and all of that, but we have to really learn how to cultivate a strength, okay? Build a wall that we know what we will and will not allow to permeate through, okay? If you find in a conversation, in a simple conversation, that somebody is literally draining your energy, where you're just sitting there just like, and you just can't, you know what I mean? Like, you just cannot run, don't walk. Listen, you have the right to extend yourself in any way that you want to. But if you deal with someone, and this goes for people who are sleeping or awoke, people who are so just elevated that they're so far away that it just takes so much and they're not grounded. Whatever the case, y'all, you have every right to just put a barrier. You have to protect your energy. Okay? So don't feel the need to make any explanations for why you need to exit. Just do what you have to do. Okay? If you feel exhausted by a simple conversation, a simple connection with somebody in any way, shape, or form, in any capacity, it's not worth your health, your energetic health, your emotional health, your any health. Okay? Just get away from energy vampires. Whether that's a person, whether that's a thing, whether you're succumbing to any kind of addictions or codependencies, get away from it. Ground yourself, anchor yourself both ethereally and into Gaia, and renew and balance yourself in your spirit, y'all. Okay? You have to do that. So stay away from energy draining people, things, places. Just stay away from them, y'all. Number 4, you will run into fake woke people. When I say fake woke people, I mean people who are super convincing in the beginning of your connection, your conversation with them, and then come to find out they're super hardcore into religion, or hardcore into political affiliations, or any belief systems or perspectives that are not in alignment with unity consciousness, in alignment with the highest truth. Okay? Really just use your discernment. Now, this is my opinion. I don't judge anyone else who has a different opinion. I don't judge anybody. But my opinion, just being someone who has fully bloomed, who has gone through the process, this arduous journey, and ascended, my opinion is that I don't feel that you can completely ascend while still being connected to certain illusions of the matrix. And sad enough to say, this includes religions, y'all. This includes government, and being someone who's hardcore into, elections and all that stuff. Now, people will disagree. I can't stop that. I can't stop how people feel. None of us can. You can't control someone else's reaction to your belief systems. But in my heart and in my experience, I just don't feel like ultimately you'll be able to truly connect with your highest self, and connect with God, and connect with Source, connect with the universe, and truly be in that small crowd that I talked about in a previous video, if you are still kind of chained to these structures. Okay? As I mentioned, humanity is an enslaved being. Okay? Enslaved race of beings by non-benevolent ETs that have grouped together to control, divide, conquer, and continue to just pump illusion into our consciousness, our controlled and conditioned psyches. And so disconnecting from the matrix includes disconnecting from all the lies that tell us, y'all. And it's sad to say, because I was raised very religious, but I had to disconnect. I had to find light and disconnect from false light. I believe that the highest truth can only be found from within and from above, by cultivating a direct line to Source, to the universe, to God. It really takes going within to find these truths. And I just don't believe in organized religions, and I don't believe in man-made government and things of that nature. I just don't. Not at this juncture in my experience and everything that I've seen, all the synchronicities and everything that I've learned. I just don't. So I don't judge you if you do, or anyone if they do. But I just feel like I had to untap and unchain myself from those belief systems. Okay? I don't waste my time going deep in discussing it with people. I just don't, and that's one way I deal with that. When I run into that, I just don't discuss it in depth. Okay, so that is what I have to say about that. So, I connected with someone who said they had a spiritual awakening, and then come to find out they were a believer. Do you know what I mean? And went through that whole thing explaining to me about, their Christian faith and everything else. And I was just like, dang, you had me going for a second. But, at the end of the day, it doesn't mean that these people who are still connected to certain belief systems won't wake up fully. Do you know what I mean? It's possible. It's up to each of us on a soul level. So just know that you'll run into some people who say that they have an awakened experience or anything, but they're still going along the process. I know plenty of people like that, and so just be wary of that. Not even wary, just know, just be aware. That's all. And lastly, number 5, y'all, and this is something that I saw projected onto me with my own eyes, and I immediately knew who it was about, and it was about me. In the Lightworker community, as we know, there are people who are, though they have awakened and are tapped into truth, unfortunately, there's a part of a lot of ego in a lot of lightworkers out there that still get looped into spiritual capitalism. I mean, the ones that have these large followings and the ones that, solely depend on what they do in light work to make a living, and therefore, charge crazy amounts for healing. I don't agree with that. And so I spoke about in the video that I did about the idea of the forerunners. And I just spoke about how I didn't resonate with the term anymore. Not in the sense that people have not woken up before others, but just in the sense that simply means that it's our mission to help and teach others and show others the way so that they might have an easier time in this ascension process. And boy, I definitely received some backlash. I really did, and I immediately knew what it was about. But at the end of the day, there will be some kind of hate in the light working community, and it's a shame because we're all supposed to be on the same page. We're all supposed to be tapping into the same light and sharing, the same love. But that might not always be the case if people are consumed by a part of ego that is still connected or still fearful or still desperate or still any of that. And it exists in this community. And I'm just going to be really real because I can never be fake. When it comes to Soul Tribe Network even, I know that I'm not going to be able to connect with certain people in this community because what I'm about is offering free healing to anybody in need. What I'm about is a community. What I'm about is shifting the paradigm from one of spiritual capitalism and branding and corporate kind of stuff, you know what I mean, into one of nonprofit and unity and helping people and raising the frequency. You know what I mean? It's not so much about the money. It's about a bigger purpose. And so I already know, I'm going to be real straight up. I already know that there's certain people that if I reached out to today and sent an email about maybe doing an interview with Soul Tribe Net, they ain't going to go for it because it's going to be a conflict of interest. And that sounds so damn 3D. And I'm straight up with it, y'all. But it is what it is. So I am going to keep doing what I'm doing because I am aligned with my highest purpose, and I know that I'm co-creating what I'm doing with Source, with the universe, and it will come about, and I will help shift this paradigm. Me and the whole team. I have now, who I'm so grateful for, my CFO, my vice president, my director of marketing and communications, social media, events, grant writers, a whole team, secretary, who we're all on the same page, and we all want to help raise the frequency of Mother Earth, and we all want to help offer free healing globally around the world. We want to help bridge the gaps between the light grid. You know, it's not about money. It's not about who has the biggest YouTube channel. It's not about who runs the best seminars, web seminars. It's not about none of that, man. And it really does. It really does hurt my heart that we have a community of light workers that are affected by people who are falling to lower intentions. And I'm going to keep pushing, and I'm going to keep fighting, and I don't care how many matrix jobs I have to work to fund this, but I am not going to give up, because this is my biggest purpose, and it's connecting to other people's biggest purpose. And you know, I'm not going to let nothing or anyone stop me by saying anything, doing anything. Not at all. And I don't care if I don't get the support from these bigger, you know, famous light workers, or you know, people who have been cultivating their following. Because at the end of the day, I will reach who I need to reach, and I have all the support and backing from the source, from the universe, and it will happen. So thank you guys for watching. I'm getting ready to go run and find some matrix jobs now, and I will connect with you guys soon. Goodbye.